Today, what we're talking about is mindset and how you're thinking. And today, we're really going to be talking about self doubt. Raise your hand if you've ever had self doubt. Of course, you have. Here's a way to rethink this. And I know we have like 4,700 people in our group now. Yay! So, for those of you who don't even know me really, you just found me somewhere on the interweb. I'm Mary Bicknell. I am a former clinical psychotherapist turned business strategist and consultant for mental health and wellness professionals, therapists and practitioners and doctors and holistic people who want to become a leader, make a difference, and create wealth. And they want to use this vehicle, the online vehicle. So I'm so pumped out of my mind because I've had my business now for nearly 7 years. I think it is. It's 7 years this past October. 7 years, you guys. And this is what I want to tell you before we dive into self-doubt. And really, this is the theme. Right now, today, the year 2020, even though it was a shitstorm, right? 2020, you have more opportunity than we've ever had. We as women have more opportunity than we've ever had in our entire history as women on this planet to create the thing that you want. And I know that sometimes your self-doubt comes into play. You're like, can I do it? Why would anybody buy from me? I'm not sure the right strategies, the right tactics. Here's a strategy for you to think differently around self-doubt. Okay? So I'm not going to be like, don't worry about self-doubt because that's not accurate. We all have self-doubt at times. So, number one, how are you really honoring your self-doubt? See, what happens sometimes is we're like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. And we get so caught up in that we lose the logical lens. Part of what I like to do when I'm coaching, and this is really, is like, how are we feeling? So if we're feeling self-doubt, like, why are we attaching a negative thing to it? So first thing first is, if you're experiencing self-doubt, why are you attaching a negative feeling to it? Why is that a negative thing, right? Get clear on why, because this is probably the truth. What's happening is, I have to shut this door. We have the cat is yowling. Um, we have to get really clear on why is there the self-doubt. We have to be really clear. And why are we attaching a negative thing to it? This is probably why. Because our brain, if we're trying something new, our brain is like, stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that new thing. And so what will happen is it will like look behind you at all of your past on things you tried and didn't work, or cousin Sally said that online thing doesn't work and all of that, when in reality, if you get into logic, so first is, why are you attaching a negative? Why is it negative self-doubt? That's number one. Like, think about it, write that down. What are the worries and the fears? All that, write that down. And then here's step two. And this is where you can step into your power to allow yourself to eliminate your doubts, or at the very least, like, acknowledge it in a way that could actually be helpful. So step number two is, with that list that you wrote down, step number one is, look at the negative that's coming up. Is self-doubt? Why are you attaching negative to it? What are the thoughts? Write down all of those thoughts. Okay. And then step two is, how do you get into logic, looking at all of those self-doubt thoughts and say, oh my God, what if some of those are true? Okay, look, the truth is, some of those are true. You have doubt because you don't know how to do something new. That's logical. So what I like to do when I'm coaching my clients, and what I want to help you with and teach you how to coach, right? See, the Science Coaching Method is a methodology you can learn from me on how to coach. What I really want women to do is acknowledge their feelings and then look at them logically. We're emotional. Of course, we want to embrace our emotions. And yet, we can decide whether that emotion is serving us. So, step two of this self-doubt process is going, oh my God, it's true. I have some self-doubt if I've never been a mom before, or my kid just moved out of the house and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, or I've never built an online coaching business before, or I've never sold. So what if the reality is some of that logically is true? That's where you can have some power. Instead of just being like, oh my God, I never can do this. I can't even do this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my first, like, get out of that energy vibe. Take your control back and look at the truth. It's true. You may not know how to build an online company, but you are smart and you can follow directions on how. That's true. So look for the truth in the self-doubt. And not from the negative perspective of, it's true, I can't do it. I gave up that thing before and I didn't do it before. My cousin Sally said that this online thing is just a big scam and blah, blah, blah. All of that. That's not true. You need to also be discerning and trust your intuition. Part of the see the signs is a double entendre. One is like see the signs, right? The universe, and what is it giving to you? That synchronicity. Sometimes when you close your, like, quiet your mind and let God or the universe or whatever you call it show up. And then of course, as a cognitive behavioral specialist, right? A trained behaviorist, see the signs. What are the patterns of thinking, behavior, and emotions? So if you know that you're somebody who gets all wound up and spun up in your self-doubt, and that creates a block for you moving forward, that's something to look at logically. So logically, you can look at it and go, oh my God, I have never learned how to market before. Well, probably not if you're a therapist or a helper, because you've only done passive engagement. People have come to you by way of insurance or a referral or whatever. Fair enough? So it's true that you may not know how to actively start relationships with people to have them be clients. So what you need to remember is there's truth in the self-doubt sometimes, and then you get your power back and look at it logically. So if you know it's true, God, it is true. I've never learned to market before. Now it doesn't have to be so wound up. Now you can step into your power and say, I got a couple like 9 letters behind my name. I have, I am smart. I can follow a system. And whether it's working with me, of course, I'd love to have you work with me, or someone else, a business strategist, a coach, who can teach you the step by step by step by step, follow the checklist, ABC, 1, 2, 3, all of that. You probably can follow that. You probably can follow that. Make sense? So to reiterate, self-doubt. We don't have to hate it. Yeah, I have so much self-doubt. We don't have to claim it. I'm so doubtful. Show up, write down all the thoughts. Step number 1, all the thoughts around self-doubt. Allow yourself to step back and look at that list logically. Oh, hey, how are you? How do you say your name? A-U-D, Aud, like Audrey. Right? Step back, ask yourself, like, is this working for me? Like you said, are these thoughts serving you? Where's some truth in it? Step 2 is take your power back, get into logic, and see are these true? And are they true because I don't have a skill? And if I don't have a skill, can I learn this? Right? Let's take it down a notch. See, it's all very possible for you. So for those of you who are going to be joining me later today is November 30th. If you're going to be joining us later today for the start of a workshop, 5-day workshop, and I've added 2 bonus days for you. I can't wait to see you. Make sure you look under unit number 1. And if you're watching this video sometime in the future, always look at unit number 1. That's where we're always going to have the information. Audrey, okay, Autumn. So welcome. That's where we're always going to have the information about the workshop. So what we're having the workshop this week is right here. 5-day workshop. We're going to talk about how to prepare to lead, how to get clarity around your problem and solution for your client, how to actually have a perfect ideal client. I'm going to teach you the methodology for creating your program or product in a single hour. Freak out. I know, it's so cool. How to be able to promote and market yourself. Remember, we just talked about self-doubt, and maybe you honestly don't know how to market yourself. And then the bonus calls, let me double check. The bonus calls, the one on Saturday, sorry about that. Here it is. Saturday is I'm going to be teaching you the relationship marketing method. See, this is the truth. You know, we therapists, we're excellent at creating a business because we understand the power of relationships. So I have a methodology called the relationship marketing method that you can learn because you already are really good at relationships because you're already a helper. Isn't that good news? Who says yes? We're going to talk about how to really connect more with your prospective clients. And then bonus session number 2, which is on Sunday. Get ready for this. Like, you all need to be there. Oh my gosh. It is the big money breakthrough. I'm going to help you bust through all your limiting beliefs around money. Why do you need to do that, my friends? Because if you want to make money, you can't be dragging around all your old stories of your past. So I'm Mary Bicknell. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Comment below. Tell me how this 2-step process for looking at your self-doubt helps you today. I'll talk to you soon.